I mean, just going up my frame, that frame is just much bigger than mine, and they taller, so. But they know who the top guy is, all of them. When I won my world title, I think I fought like 3 undefeated guys right back to back, you know, so they don't talk about that. Especially the body shot.
30 seconds. Hold it strong.
Breaking news straight from the heart of Las Vegas, Gervonta "Tank" Davis just shocked the boxing world. Leaked footage from his private training camp just dropped online. And let's just say, Tank is not playing around.
It's all a hypothetical. If in a fight, he's pushed to that level, he can do it.
The clip shows him in an intense sparring session, and people who've seen it are already calling it the most dangerous version of Gervonta we've seen in years. Forget the drama, forget the headlines. Tank is locked in, focused, and training like his entire legacy depends on this fight with Jake Paul.
Feeling good, man. This is definitely the toughest test. I think there's like a lot of things out there about the size and all of this stuff, but people forget that Tank's a top 10 pound for pound fighter, and he's got power in both hands, and skill wise and technique wise, he's been doing this for.
This isn't your regular public workout clip. This is raw, unfiltered, and ruthless. From the look of things, Gervonta is gearing up to shut everyone up once and for all, and especially Jake Paul, who's been running his mouth non-stop since this fight got signed.
Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down.
Gervonta,
I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit in boxing?
So let's talk about what was actually in this leaked video. The footage, less than a minute long, shows Gervonta Davis sparring a much taller fighter. The guy looked easily 6'1", maybe even 6'2", wearing heavier gloves. But the way Tank was moving, fast, fluid, sharp, it's the same Gervonta we saw during his prime years under Mayweather Promotions. Except now, he looks stronger and more disciplined.
Get low, step to him, please. Lock up. Now walk and step. Where's the long right here? There you go, beautiful. I like that mamba. I like that mamba right hand, baby. I like that mamba.
The video starts with Tank slipping a jab, stepping in, and landing a brutal left hook to the body. He followed with a quick right uppercut that lifted the guy's head straight back. It's short, it's violent, and it screams one thing: Gervonta Davis means business.
Like, I'm looking at him like, Tank, you remember getting in the ring with guys that are smaller than you, guys that are younger than you, guys that you may be rooting for and hoping that they do their best. I sparred with Tank, I think, the week before I fought Terrence Crawford, and no excuses, but like I said, hey, yo, I was going through my own and you had to be there to understand what I mean by that. If you weren't there, hey, it is what it is. Things that happen in camp stays in camp, you know. But at the same time, when I got in the ring with the kid, I'm like, yo, I want to see what this kid got. I want to see who he is, you know. And he's firing on all cylinders, you know what I mean? I saw exactly what I thought I would see. A tremendous boxer who can punch, who loves the game, who ain't afraid to get hit, who ain't afraid to get gritty, and the list goes on.
Sources close to the camp say Gervonta's been training at a private facility just outside Las Vegas, away from distractions, away from drama, and most importantly, away from Floyd Mayweather's circle. This is Tank's camp, his rules, his people.
And the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of what he just said, you can put them earmuffs up and go at it. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it, you know. So
he's working with Derrick James now, the same coach who trained Anthony Joshua. That's huge. Derrick's known for building fighters who rely on precision, discipline, and controlled aggression. And that's exactly what you can see in this leaked footage. Tank's not just trying to knock Jake Paul out. He's trying to send a message to everyone that is saying Tank is not the same anymore.
Jake is big, Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, I mean, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, you know, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
Now, let's get into the biggest question everyone's asking, the weight difference. Jake Paul is naturally the bigger man. He walks around at 190 pounds, while Tank fights around 135. That's a huge gap.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
And that's why this fight is one of the most talked about matchups in boxing right now. It's not just a skill battle, it's a size battle.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis, they just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in from that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
Tank knows this. You can literally see it in the way he's training. The leaked footage shows him working with heavier sparring partners, guys who look like they belong in cruiserweight.
But the fact that Gervonta, I believe he spars people that are much heavier than him. And that uppercut. Damn.
Who do you got?
I would have to bet on Gervonta because for all the.
He's forcing himself to adapt to bigger frames, longer reach, heavier punches. It's like he's preparing to walk through power shots just to get inside.
Well, you're a boxing fan?
Totally.
Okay. Tank Davis and Jake Paul in November. According to betonline.ag, Jake Paul is the underdog at plus 139. Gervonta Davis is the favorite at minus 180. So he's the favorite almost 2-1.
Right.
What do you think will happen in this ring?
I don't know, but Tank should beat him. Tank should beat him, but Tank is smaller. And usually in boxing, you take the bigger man, but then again, Terrence Crawford killed that when he beat Canelo.
They were the same weight.
Yeah, they were
at the time. Well, no, maybe a little bit different after they rehydrated, but they weighed in at the same weight. There's a 30-pound difference between Gervonta and Jake Paul. Jake Paul had to lose like 30 pounds to get down to like 195. And Gervonta, I think, is like 160.
Gervonta all the way up to 160?
Well, hold on. Gervonta.
160?
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on. No. 133.8.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, he 133.
It's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yes.
60 pounds.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, but ain't extra weight on that chin.
That chin is all bone.
That chin ain't all bone. There ain't no meat on that chin.
No meat on that chin.
Ain't no meat on that chin. You know, big dudes get knocked out real quick. I done had a few.
Yeah?
Ain't no chin. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You just can't. First of all, you can't let them hit you. That's first of all. And once they swing, they motivate them come, and then you catch them. And if you could turn it right there and catch them right there, they fall real hard.
You got to get in close,
because they never been. They don't. I don't know about Jake, but big dudes never fight. Usually they intimidate, and then they can't last long. Their stamina is 30 seconds a minute.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jake's lost before to Tommy Fury.
Okay.
But he's never fought a world-class boxer before. In his prime.
Yeah.
Championship level,
right,
like a Gervonta, but there's a 60-pound weight difference.
Yeah.
I think Gervonta will win too, but I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like a clown show at this point. You know, it's like a circus. It's like, let's put a bear with a human and see what happens.
How much?
Give someone a stick, like like Thunderdome or something.
Yeah, they're making a mockery of it. That's true for us true purists.
No, it's not real boxing anymore. These are all exhibition matches.
Right.
It's not affecting anyone's records.
Right.
And that's exactly what it's going to take to beat Jake Paul. Because let's be real, Jake's power is no joke. He might not have the skill of a world champion, but he's got legit knockout power. Ask Tyron Woodley. Ask Nate Robinson. Ask Anderson Silva. When Jake lands clean, people go down.
I want professional boxers. It's only been 3.5 years. You can only make a certain amount of fights happen. And the plan was always to fight Nate Diaz after Tommy Fury, win, lose, or draw. People think there's like this ducking of professional boxers. The next fight could potentially be a professional boxer. I'm just getting started. I'm 26 years old, and there's only so much I can do.
But here's the difference. Tank's fought real fighters, real champions, and he's knocked out almost everyone he's faced. The weight might be Jake's advantage, but speed and explosiveness, That's all Tank.
Skill for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like nobody. Like I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like if I'm on my game. Well, yeah, I take that back. Probably hand in hand.
After the video leaked, social media went insane. Within minutes, clips started circulating on X, TikTok, and Instagram with captions like, "Tank looks terrifying," and "Jake Paul's done."
Look at this face-off, Henry. What are your thoughts?
You're hearing that shit from me. That's cringe. In some weird way, I kind of like
cringe
it.
about it?
He's trying to big man the smaller guy, who the smaller guy to me is dangerous. I think Tank Davis is going to put the hands on him, but I like it, bro. I will say something about Jake Paul. He's brought a lot of attention to boxing. Tank Davis guaranteed $40 million.
If you were in that position, would you fight Jake Paul?
Oh, hell yeah. You got to give Jake Paul his flowers. Mike Tyson, Anderson Silva, Nate Diaz.
Jake Paul is a disruptor, and he's done a phenomenal job at that. You get big and famous enough to where they would just hand you the title shot and completely throw out the ranking system.
If Jake Paul was to do that, I think that'd be the greatest sports accomplishment in history. Going from a Disney Channel kid to a YouTuber to becoming a world champion.
Behind the scenes, insiders say this camp has a totally different energy. It's quieter, more focused, no entourages, no loud drama, just Tank, his trainers, his sparring partners, and pure grind.
For a very, very big moment. What is your normal day-to-day like at this time of a camp?
I'm also a night person, but I might go to sleep probably around like 3 to 4. Probably wake up probably like 11, get my run in, and then eat, probably lay back down, and then wake up probably like 6 or 7, get my night workout in.
Damn, so you're doing 2 a days at this point, running in the morning.
One insider told reporters, Tank's treating this like it's the Ryan Garcia fight again. He's training like he's got something to prove.
Hey, can't even see who it is. Hey, who is the dude? Who is the dude?
And that right there is why Gervonta Davis fights don't go the distance.
And maybe Tank does have a lot to prove, because ever since that Lamont Roach fight, people have been questioning whether Tank Davis is really still that guy.
Tank did that, so I know the got in his eye, but they should have countered it. They would have countered it, it would have went to Lamont Roach. What I didn't like about Tank, he was gassing up Lamont Roach way too much, and he was already talking about like retiring.
He seemed a little distracted, didn't he, in the fight?
That wasn't the same Gervonta Davis we're really used to seeing.
It just lets you know how corrupt like these governing bodies are, bro. If that dude took a knee, not only did he take a knee, he's like, hold on real quick. Let me get this out of my eye. How is that not a point? Like,
you know, funny thing, bro, that's why I cut my braids off. I had braids, and I had the same thing. I went through the same when I fought Andre. That burning my eyes, so I cut that off.
That was the moment the aura of invincibility cracked. Roach walked into that fight as the underdog and walked out having exposed Tank in ways nobody expected. He took Tank's power, stood toe-to-toe with him, and even dropped him once. A knockdown the ref didn't count, but fans saw it clear as day.
You lock up, is he
He's
strong?
too small.
Yeah?
Too small.
You just said that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class. What was something he was doing in there where you was like, that's nice, that was giving you trouble?
He's a lot faster than people think he is, and he twitchy.
Explosive. Yeah.
He got a good eye. He like, his twitch is, you never know. A lot of his previous knockouts was off that boom. I mean, and they was brutal.
He got a good boxing mind too. Good
he got
IQ.
a good, yeah, for sure.
Good IQ.
He got a good IQ.
He was in good shape. Did you hear him breathing? He was in good shape. Got you.
I hope he was in good shape. I hope he think he was in good shape. That's all I'm gonna say.
What about his physical strength? Punching power different than physical strength. When you lock up, is he strong?
Too small.
Yeah.
He's too small.
You just said that man too small, bro. Y'all in the same weight class.
That's a new weight class for me. A new weight class for me.
Since then, the boxing world has been whispering that Tank isn't the same anymore, that he's lost that edge, that fire that made him unstoppable. But this new sparring footage, it might just silence all of that talk. It's Tank's way of reminding everyone that he's still dangerous, still explosive, and still the same fighter who built his name off raw power and aggression.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done, period.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking to, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered.
Tank looks hungrier than ever. He's lifting heavier, running longer, and sparring tougher than he has in years. You can see it in his face. He's not smiling. He's not goofing off. Every punch, every round, every drill looks like it's personal. After Tank's leaked sparring footage went viral, Jake Paul didn't waste any time firing back, and this time, he made sure to make a statement that would sting. Instead of trading words online, Jake revealed that he's now training with Shakur Stevenson, one of the most technically gifted fighters in the game. This move sent shockwaves through the boxing world because of the history between Shakur and Gervonta Davis. Shakur had been calling out Tank for years, wanting that legacy-defining fight.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
However, Tank decided to fight Jake Paul instead. Many saw it as a sign of disrespect, and clearly, so did Shakur.
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fight?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you gonna call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it. I think it's dangerous for him to go back in there and fight Lamont. I think Lamont is a hell of a fighter. I can see that going left. So he better be on his A game.
Now, with Shakur reportedly joining Jake's camp to offer advice and strategy, it's become personal. Shakur's decision to align himself with Jake isn't just about training, it's about payback. It's about helping the one man Tank thought he could easily embarrass, prepare to expose him on the biggest stage possible.
Maybe he'll fight Jake Paul instead. What do you think of that?
I think that's terrible.
Why?
I mean, I get it, because at the end of the day, it's the money business, and you want to make the most money, but from what I'm hearing, he can make more money in a fight with me, and if that's the case, why not fight me?
Sure. Do you think he beats Jake Paul?
Do I think he beats Jake? Yeah. I mean,
there's a huge size advantage, though.
It is, but I think Tank got the skills to make sure he come out on top.
Do you think that Jake has gone better?
Yeah, I think actually Jake got tremendously better from the time frame that he started till now. And in the right situation, I also could see him become a world champion.
Really?
Yeah.
So, what's the strategy? From what's been leaked, Tank's clearly working on his timing and inside game. He's focusing on head movement, footwork, and closing distance fast. Jake, on the other hand, is reportedly working on range control, jab accuracy, and conditioning. His camp knows that if he can keep Tank on the outside and control the distance, he can make this a long, exhausting fight. But that's easier said than done when you've got a 5'5" Tank of muscle charging at you like a pit bull with gloves on. The question is, can Jake handle that pressure for 12 rounds? The leaked footage has split the internet right down the middle. Half the fans think Tank's going to end this fight in brutal fashion, early knockout, highlight reel stuff. The other half believe Jake's size advantage is going to be too much. It's the ultimate test of skill versus size.
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
No, he shouldn't.
You don't think? Sorry. So, I thought we were all unanimous here. Do you think that
shouldn't?
You think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds.
Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5".
That's
You
what I'm
got
saying.
Jake Paul
He's a little
6'1".
man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up,
move on,
and absorbing punishment and walking forward, then look, there's a weight advantage.
And that's what makes this fight so interesting. Nobody knows how it's going to play out. Both fighters are stepping into unknown territory. As this fight inches closer, this leaked sparring footage might have just changed everything. Jake Paul wanted to make a statement by calling out one of the most feared knockout artists in the sport, but now the whole world is realizing what Jake might have gotten himself into.
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed.
He warming up
We're
now.
sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up, warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
Tank isn't just fighting Jake Paul, he's fighting for his respect, his legacy, and his name. And when you put a fighter like that in the ring, someone with that kind of hunger, that kind of fire, it's dangerous. So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.